I say write the spec also.
Yeah.
I hate pitching. I think in the time sometimes it takes for us to all get those meetings set and you go out and you get in and you go to see their boss and you go to see their boss. You could have written a spec in that amount of time and you can have at least a version, an iteration of it that's yours. And nobody can tamper with that. You'll always have that really pure sample, and we don't write enough specs. And in fact, I met Lawrence Kasdan at the Austin Film Festival this weekend, and I thanked him because when I was there in 2001 after Bring It On, I saw him speaking, and he said, and somebody said, "Why do movies suck? Why are movies bad?" And he said, because good writers get hired and they just keep working and they stop writing spec material and they enter into the system and they are never seen or heard from again. And I was like, oh God. And I could see the writing on the wall, and it's so seductive, and it's really easy to get caught up in trying to get the gig, and we all want the gig, and oh, we're hired and we got the job. And specs are really valuable things. They're very, it's hard. I know we all need to make a living, but specs
and even
are
if they
gold.
don't sell, if they're actually your voice and your voice is special, they will do so much more for your career than if you'd done some job for X number of dollars and it just went nowhere. And
That's what happened with my first spec that didn't sell. It had a point of view, but have a point of view, have a voice. Really do not sell out your point of view. Don't write to market. Don't be commercial. Write the story. Write the movie you've never seen that you want to see. Write the movie about something you really want to see. There are other people out there that want to see it too and read about it. Girl power. Ladies first.
Okay, this is kind of a political question, but maybe you have a perspective on it. I wrote a spec, and it got set up, and
Congratulations.
thanks. And then it sat for a year, and then a big star got attached, and they brought somebody else to rewrite it, and it's terrible. As a courtesy, they let me read the rewrite. Nobody's happy with it. I'm trying to get my job back. Any thoughts? Like I get it. I'm also, this was 4 years have passed. And so I think, I still come to these, and I'm trying to
Is the star
expand my
still
craft.
attached?
Yes.
Did they get attached on your script?
They got attached on, okay, get this. I write the spec, and it gets set up. I do it. They give me my
Attached on coverage of your script?
coverage that I wrote.
That is awesome. That, I've never heard that before.
Coverage that I wrote, and then
You wrote coverage on your own. You're a fucking genius.
no, they're like, they call me 6 o'clock on Friday. They say, this star loves we pitched this idea to this star, and the agent wants to give her a page. Summarize your script in a page. And it was 6 o'clock on Friday. I had to have it in by 7 o'clock. It's like, I have to write a page about my script.
so hard.
So, and then on Monday morning, 10 o'clock, the star met with the agent, and I heard at 10:30 that she wanted to do it.
Right.
So it was like, yay. And then my agent called. He's like, okay, the good news is Big Star wants to do your script. The bad news is you're done.
Yeah.
You are done.
You're fired.
So they brought somebody in who made it really kind of dark and sad, and she doesn't like it. And then they're out to it's like it's an open writing assignment.
Yeah, ugh, that's
And
so frustrating.
I don't know how, because they met me as a baby writer.
Yeah.
4 years ago. And
Well, there
I've
should be a
written
new regime at the studio. There should be a new regime. Have the
There
executives
isn't.
changed on the project? No?
No.
That's surprising.
Is there
That's always one
anything
route you can
you
go.
do? Maybe Dana?
Could you do it on spec and not on spec because that would be against the guild and we're in the actual building right now. But could you actually just pitch on spec and say, listen, I want to pitch you my beat for beat my rewrite that I would do, and all I want is for you to listen to what I would do. And
I don't know about pitch. I offered actually even to write it, and my lawyer said they came back to my lawyer and said they're not promising that they can read it. They don't know if they can read it. And they can't be out to more than one writer.
So lame.
Thank you, Writers Guild, but they can't be out to more than one writer at the same time for whatever reason. So I was like, give me a 4-week polish, pay me,
sounds
you know.
bullshit.
But whatever.
But so, I mean, it's just like they have A-list star and they want A-list. They want you.
I know, and you love your script and you want to hang on.
I know,
for
and I
dear
get
life
it.
and
Now
you
I
want to
get
do
it,
Of
Jessica,
course,
'cause
yeah.
I've been coming and listening to you and
Oh.
reading it, but seriously, it's like now I get it and I know what it can be, and it's not that. And
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay, here's what I'm going to tell you to do or advise, suggest, recommend. I want you to take all that you've learned and all of your wonderful energy and enthusiasm, write a new script, and really don't take it personally, and really agree to do a couple shots if you want to take your shot with the people involved and strategically, God.
right, you write this.
You know what?
idea?
Here's the thing.
I think
I'm
you
on
should write a different script.
right. I would say write a different
Different
script
script
and
to
put
them.
all this energy into a different script. here's a funny Josh Friedman, who just wrote Black Dahlia and many other movies. He wrote a movie called Chain Reaction that the same exact thing happened to him. He ended up getting a credit, and he actually asked Fox if he could have the rights back to his original script because it was so different from what he wrote. The final Keanu Reeves movie was just completely unrecognizable. I know. So
Like, why'd you buy it in the first place?
I know. Why'd you buy it? Because they want to just take it off the market. And that's the other thing to remember. They don't. The studios are built for no, and they are not buying movies to make them. Shocking. They don't buy movies to make them. They buy it for the cottage industry of development and to keep producers working and keep all this, justifying all this money and to take stuff off the market so somebody else can't make it. That is why 90% of stuff, I know it's depressing,
Dana,
but it's true.
don't you think if my agent can't get me in there for a 20-minute pitch, I should like find a new agent?
Oh, hey, I don't want to be.
I mean, but shouldn't I? I mean, shouldn't I get 20
didn't say anything.
I don't know.
minutes? Like, why? If she's that, I mean, that's a great idea.
Skills.
I
mean,
actually went to the point I said I would write it, and they said, "Well, don't write it because we can't promise you the studio's going to read it." But
It's just I mean, look, we've all heard these awful
Pitch.
these are awful. It's awful stories. I'm on myspace.com/Jessica Bendinger. Send me an email. If you can give me more detail, I might be able to Winston Churchill, just kind of help you strategize. It's hard with an abstract situation.
okay.
So,
thanks.
and by the way, any of you who want to be my friend on MySpace, I welcome, add me as a friend and I look at my emails and stuff. So I might be able to be of service, but it's, it just sucks. It sucks.
And yes, your name came up.
I'm sorry. So lame.
say yes and then.
I'm not even doing rewrites. Like that's just somebody I'm not available for rewrites right now. So that's funny, so hey, maybe I'll take the job and give it.
Give it to her. I think there was a question. Oh,
And I'm court-martialed by the Writers Guild.
This is a Boyd question.
Oh, good. Hi.
Why aren't you getting the champagne reception like Guillermo is next week or something?
Thank you. I don't know.
Where's our champagne?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Thank you. I love that question. My favorite audience member.
Gold star.
Yes.
Oh, hi. Just want to. We have a situation where our script has gone to companies and agents, and I mean, I'd say about 80% of the people who have read it said it's great, it's commercial, we love it. The problem is, how did you get your agent? Because, that's the magic, kind of thing to do. I mean, you. What's your suggestion to?
Have you? How much
Or,
do?
well, first,
Yeah.
how
go
did
ahead.
you do it? Because if you were doing, public, spin all this stuff, all of a sudden. Was it
Yeah,
a friend
my
or
story
was
is
it luck or what
crazy ass.
happened?
My story will help 0 people in this room. I have just one
Okay.
of those crazy ass stories, which is funny and interesting and really good with vodka soda, but not. It's always like that. It's always like that. I mean, I was in a. I'll tell you briefly. I was in a class with this girl. I took one writing class out in LA while I was in college at UCLA, and there was. Nobody would talk to me, and there was one girl who nobody would talk to her, and we talked to each other, and we became friends. And she said, this agent is trying to date me, and he wants to take me out to dinner. I'm really creeped out. He's really old and gross, and would you come with me to dinner? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm broke. Like, yeah, let's go have some chow. And I go out to dinner with this girl who I think this old guy is trying to hit on her. I know, this is crazy. And he's like looking at me weird the whole dinner. And she gets up to go to the bathroom, and he says, you have no idea who she is, do you? And I said, yeah, it's Brooke from my writing class. He's like, she's the girlfriend of Joe Hunt from the Billionaires Boy Club. I'm trying to get her life rights. Does anybody know who the Billionaires Boy Club is? Yeah. He's a murderer. He was a teenage this guy who murdered somebody, and she was the girlfriend of the guy. And I never knew this whole backstory. Obviously, that's why nobody would talk to her. It's because she was a pariah. She was nice to me. So anyway, that's how I met. And then I just was, I just talked to the assistant of this guy all the time, and he thought I was smart, and I worked for Spin, and I'd send him my articles, and I started the dialogue that way. But it's like, that's just such a weird, crazy in that I had. But I will say this: have you done due diligence? He was not my agent, but a guy on a desk who wasn't an agent read my script because I was so deeply hip-pocketed, I didn't even exist by the time I was ready. And he said, I'm not an agent yet, but I get you. I get the script. And that you really need somebody who gets you.